Welcome to webgolfcoach.com, greenside bunkers. So here we are in a greenside bunker, and there's one or two important rules that you've got to take in mind before you actually play the shot. Firstly, your equipment is not allowed to touch the bunker. This is actually classed in the rules of golf as a hazard, and grounding the club in a hazard is prohibited. For practice purposes, what I've done here, as you can see, is I've put a line behind the ball ready before I'm going to play the shot. This is a part of the game that you're actually striking the sand before the ball. Any other part of the game, we're actually striking the ball first, and we actually look at the ball. But for here, because we're striking the sand first, about an inch or so before the ball, we're actually going to look at that sand as your point of contact. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my setup position. The ball is just in the left half of my stance, or target side of my stance. First, what we do is we wiggle our feet into the sand. A couple of reasons. One is to get stability. Two, we can also find out the texture of the sand using our feet. I'm also now going to take my hold of the golf club. In this situation here, I'm actually quite close to the face. So what I need to do is actually open the club face a bit more. So taking my hold of the golf club, I'm actually going to rotate the handle around in my hands. So as you can see, the club face is actually opened up. In this situation, the club face is now actually aiming right of the target. So what I need to do is actually aim my body a little bit more to the left of my target. The club face influences the direction that the ball will travel, but because I've opened the club face up, now the club face is on my target, and my body alignment is a little bit more over to the left. A way you can do this for practice purposes is actually to draw a clock. So I have my target line, which is my 12 o'clock direction. I have my 1 o'clock, and I also have my 11 o'clock, which is to the left. So here, from this camera angle, you can see the clock that I have drawn. I have my 1 o'clock, I have my 12 o'clock, which is on my target line, and I also have my 11 o'clock. Now, being so close to the face of the bunker, I've got to get it up pretty quickly. So, taking my hold and then rotating the handle around in my hands so that the club face is going in between the 12 and 1. My body aim, as you can see, is going more along the 11 o'clock line. So therefore, my body is left of the target. The club face will certainly influence the direction that the ball will travel, also with a little bit of side spin because the club face is actually open relative to my swing direction. So we've got our alignment situation arranged, and now I'm getting ready to play the shot. Now, like I said in the beginning, I'm really focusing on a point about an inch before the ball, maybe even zooming in on a grain of sand or a little stone that's in there, because that's what I want to make contact with first. The swing itself, well, I'm going to make sure that because the club head is making contact with the sand, it's going to soften the blow that the ball will come out. So the swing itself, I'm going to still make it quite long, particularly in the backswing. So I've got a backswing, quite a long backswing here, and I'm not going to use power. I don't need really a lot of power for this shot, but I'm going to make sure that my commitment is that I'm turning through towards my target. Let me play the shot for you. Also in that swing, it was quite long and rhythmical. But as you would see from the divot, firstly I've made contact with the line, my point of impact, with the club head, and also the divot is travelling along the 11 o'clock line. You've seen from the shot that it's very much on my target line. That's how we play a greenside bunker shot, and certainly a bunker shot from close up the face.